A doctor of osteopathic medicine aimed to break a record for a recreational scuba dive of 1,200 feet. He researched, plotted, and planned meticulously to the last detail for 2 years, with a total support team of 28 people. But would he pull off this dive? Saint Croix is a special island in the Caribbean Sea and part of the United States Virgin Islands. It's not just any island, it's also a county and district. Even though it's a small place with about 40,000 people, it's a fantastic spot with great weather and a great diving scene. There are underwater activities there, like exploring old shipwrecks, taking close-up photos, or exploring colorful reefs. It doesn't matter if you're a new diver or super experienced, there's something for everyone. The waters around Saint Croix are home to a lot of different sea creatures. There are over 40 types of corals and 500 species of fish. The underwater world has a mix of reefs, sunken ships, and more, making it a paradise for divers and a joy for people who love taking pictures underwater. It's a small island, but when you dive into the waters, you discover a whole world of marine beauty waiting for you. You have the opportunity to explore this Caribbean spot anytime you want, because it's open for visits and dives throughout the year. In the summer, the water is warm at about 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and even in the winter, it stays pleasantly warm at around 79 degrees Fahrenheit. So whether it's hot or a bit cooler, the conditions for diving are perfect all year. The visibility ranges from 60 to 100 feet, making it even more exciting to discover the underwater world at any time. 56-year-old Guy Rusty Garman was also known as Doc Deep. Born to Nazarene missionaries Larry and Addie Garman, Guy spent his early years growing up in the Amazon jungles of Peru, surrounded by the Aguaruna natives. He went to boarding schools in Peru and Ecuador before he continued his studies at Point Loma Nazarene University for college. Becoming a doctor of osteopathic medicine, he specialized in otolaryngology, which involves caring for the ears, nose, and throat, as well as performing surgeries on the head, neck, and facial areas. For approximately 13 years, he ran a private practice in Maryville, Tennessee, alongside his dedicated nurse, Jennifer Ingram. Not only that, but he also shared his expertise as a clinical professor of otolaryngology at Lincoln Memorial University's DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine. In 2010, Guy decided to embark on a new chapter in the U.S. Virgin Islands, specifically Saint Croix. There, he continued his medical journey by opening an ear, nose, and throat practice and providing healthcare services to the community. On a memorable Saturday, August 15, 2015, Guy Garman set out to achieve a remarkable feat, attempting to break the record for a recreational scuba dive by descending to an incredible depth of 1,200 feet. The existing record, established in September of the same year, was at 1,090 feet, and it belonged to 41-year-old Ahmed Gabr, an Egyptian who had achieved this in the Red Sea. Guy chose the beautiful waters off the coast of Saint Croix as the stage for his daring endeavor. The doctor meticulously planned his record-breaking attempt over a span of about 2 years, assembling a dedicated team of 28 individuals to support him in this extraordinary feat. Among them was his 20-year-old oldest son, Kip Garman, who served as one of the 2 support divers responsible for guiding him on the initial descent. The Scuba Tech dive team from Saint Croix Ultimate Blue Water Adventures played a crucial role in supporting Garman during this ambitious dive. The dive boat, commanded by Captain Ed Buckley, owner of Saint Croix Ultimate Blue Water Adventures, served as the vessel for the dive. Not only was Captain Buckley at the helm, but 2 additional vessels were present at the dive site, underscoring the significance of this momentous occasion. Adding a personal touch to the record-breaking attempt, Guy's wife was also present, standing by as he undertook this challenging journey into the depths of the ocean. In the lead-up to that momentous dive, Guy went above and beyond in his meticulous planning. Every detail was considered and accounted for as he prepared for this fateful endeavor. Taking charge of the preparations, he personally oversaw the installation of the dive line, a remarkable 1,300-foot line firmly anchored to the seafloor by a hefty 250-pound anchor. What set Guy apart was his surpassing of conventional limits. His trainers, certified up to a depth of 215 feet, paled in comparison to his aspirations. Through his own research and planning, he elevated himself beyond the proficiency of the deep-sea instructors he had initially certified with. With an air of scientific precision, he meticulously went through every detail with his support staff. His preparations were not merely recreational. He approached the entire venture with the mindset of a scientist. He left nothing to chance, providing clear instructions to his team on what to do in various scenarios. For him, it was a calculated, systematic process, ensuring that every conceivable situation was accounted for. To further enhance his understanding, Guy personally reached out to those who had undertaken similarly serious attempts, engaging with deep divers who explored depths beyond 900 or 1,000 feet. These experienced individuals often kept their preparation plans private, but Guy's dedication to the task prompted him to seek insights and knowledge from those who had ventured into the depths before him. As part of their plan, they strategically left some tanks securely tied along the dive line. This ensured that even if Guy was running significantly behind schedule and they had to depart, he would still have access to additional gas. To enhance safety measures, deep divers were deployed in the water, diligently scanning for any irregularities throughout Guy's descent. In anticipation of the challenging dive scheduled to last 10 hours and 25 minutes, Guy not only had the 7 tanks he was wearing, but also an additional 28 tanks that were meticulously prepared and stationed for use. He had previously done a deep dive in early April, where he bravely descended to a remarkable 815 feet, a depth achieved by only a handful of deep divers globally. Guy's role shifts once he's submerged. The support divers take charge, handling the physical aspects like holding him steady against the current and descending to 200 feet before releasing him. Prior to the descent, a thorough bubble check is conducted, ensuring the equipment's integrity and verifying that nothing is leaking. For this daring dive, Guy equipped himself with 3 oversized monster tanks and 4 double tanks, complemented by 3 computers and a video camera. In addition to the video camera and computers, essential for documenting and verifying his record-setting achievement, there was an additional task: marking the dive line. This ensured that every detail of Guy's groundbreaking underwater exploration was accounted for and recorded. He also carried a small clip-on marker for the dive line. After the dive, support divers would retrieve this line, and its length could be measured. This was crucial to meeting Guinness requirements for verifying the record. The scheduled start time was 6 a.m., and Guy, accompanied by his son Kip and another diver, embarked on the underwater journey. The support divers allowed him to breathe from their tanks early on, preserving his specialized gas mixtures for the deeper parts of the dive. From the outset, Guy's objective was to descend to the 1,200-foot mark and then swiftly ascend to the 350-foot mark, minimizing the duration spent under extreme pressure. This plan aimed at optimizing safety during the challenging dive. So the initial descent to 660 feet with the support team unfolded seamlessly. His journey from entering the water to reaching the bottom and then ascending to the 350-foot mark was estimated to take about 38 minutes, where the first and deepest team of support divers would meet him. Following this point, he would slowly ascend, with the rest of the dive scheduled to last nearly 10 hours. During this gradual ascent, he would stop every 10 feet for decompression. At these intervals, gas switches would be performed to increase oxygen levels and decrease nitrogen levels, ensuring a safe and controlled return to the surface. However, as Guy descended into the deep, little did he know that a challenging turn of events awaited him. The team eagerly awaited his reappearance, but moments turned into anxious minutes, and he never reached that first stop. Divers remained on alert, prolonging their stay, while additional deep support divers joined in, maintaining a vigilant presence and hoping for any sign of a significant delay. The unsettling realization sank in. He was nowhere to be seen. There was growing concern that something had gone awry. Speculations arose that he might have attempted to ascend in the wrong location, adding an element of uncertainty to the situation. Amidst the uncertainty, the team clung to hope, and deep support divers continued their vigil, fervently wishing for any indication of Guy's well-being. The situation became more serious, and divers were on high alert, anxiously awaiting any news or sign that he was okay. When Guy didn't come back on that Saturday morning, search teams went around the harbor looking for any sign of him. Because he was tied to the dive line, it's unlikely that his body would come up somewhere else. One thing that made finding him difficult was a heavy 250-pound anchor stuck in the seafloor, along with all the gear connected to it and the tanks he was wearing, which were probably around 700 pounds altogether. Despite the challenges, they managed to recover his body and equipment from the water on Tuesday morning, August 18th. The medical examiner said he died from drowning. It was a really sad time for his family, the technical diving community, and all the people he helped with a friendly smile. Losing him was a big loss for many. We would like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, take a dive on the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we come back with another exciting diving story.